same thing all at once. Just about every time you mess with animals, you can pretty much bet that this was yesterday. Good morning, friends. Well, it's Saturday morning. And we're outside in this nice cool breeze. And I'm just wondering, why does everybody want to do the same thing all at once? It's like I can't make them stop. On the other hand, I had a little girl who really wanted to sit. I think it's this one. And it's not that one. Anyway, it's one of these little black girls. Really, really wanted to sit. She's a heavy one, whichever. She's probably a Jersey Giant, but I can't find her right now. I've got too many of them. But her toes, I don't know. Have you ever watched these hoof shows where the donkeys or the cows or the horses have hoofs that are just so long that they can't even hardly walk anymore? Well, she had been not wanting to get up, and I thought it was because she wanted to sit on eggs. It might be this one over here, because she would not have even been able to take a dust bath or anything. Her toenails were so long. Yeah, I think that's her. And I noticed it yesterday because I was going to move her from one nest to another nest and and create a place for her to sit, because I thought she wanted to sit. And when I picked her up, I thought, oh my gosh, her toenails were just twiddling around themselves, you know, growing longer and longer. And I thought, oh no, and I'd already put her down before I really noticed it. So this morning I searched her out and I found her. And I took my Weiss metal cutters and I cut those toenails. And it was like, oh, I can walk now. You know, I've never ever had to cut the toenails of a chicken like I have the toenails of a dog. But I did this morning. You know, it just, every time when you have animals, every day is different. And so I decided to come out here and sit with them and just kind of hang out and talk to you guys this morning, because it is such a beautiful morning and it's going to be a hot one this afternoon. Oh, really? That's old Renfro. I tell you what, he is beat up. I'm not sure who it is that beat him, but one of them, it was either Captain or it was Scout. And I think he's blind in the other eye, because it was closed shut about a week ago, and he's not been to where he had let me look at the other side of him too close. Well, it looks like his eye is open now, so maybe he can see out of it. But boy, he took a beating. So, well, it was you? That's what I thought. As Captain said, it was me. I did it. I beat him up. So back to the hen. Yeah, she had such long toenails that I had to clip them. And I think now she is just enjoying her day, and she's over there dust bathing, and something that she hasn't been able to do because her toenails were so long. Look at this. I had some watermelon yesterday, and I left some on it so that they could have the rest of it, but they will chew that right down to the rind. And I had one a couple of days ago, and it's upside down over there. They'll eventually, when it starts raining, that rind will start getting real soft, and they'll eat it. I actually turned it upside down to where it was like a bowl yesterday, and I put water in it, and boy, I tell you, they drank that water out of that rind. I guess they love the flavor. I'm not really sure. But yeah, they are really chilling like a villain this morning. Look at them. I came out here to sit with them. And oh, why do they want to all do the same thing at the same time? I mean, it's like, this is wonderful when they all want to come outside and just sit and just do their do their preening and all of that, and just kind of just poke around at this and that and see what they can find to eat. There's still a few little morsels on the ground from where I put their scratch out here this morning, so they're scratching around to see if there's anything that got caught underneath a rock or underneath some bedding that's thrown out here, so that they can just still get that little morsel. She's finding quite a bit, actually. And I tell you what, these girls are just stunning. I got some dark Brahmas, and I looked at the picture again because they didn't really look, but they're only a month old, but they didn't really look like I remembered them. Oh my goodness. I went back and looked again on Hoover's Hatchery at the dark Brahmas, and they are just stunning. I'm so glad I got some. They're just beautiful. I think I've got 5 of those. I think I've got 4 of the buff, which are the more golden color. So let me show you what they all want to do right now. Oh. Okay, we're back inside, and look. On the left-hand side, I've got a big area for this girl. She was my first one to want to sit, and that one was so small that I gave her a little bit larger room. So she's sitting, and then I've got one sitting here, and both of these, well, no, this one is a Barred Rock, and this is a Jersey Giant. And this one right here is a, let's see, what is she? I'll have to try and remember what she is. I think I can't remember. I'll have to go look. And here we go with another one. And she is, I think she's an Americana, or Araucana. And then I've got another one right here that wants to sit. Look at that. This one has already assumed a position. She's getting ready to lay up an egg. Just watched one girl lay an egg this morning, and it was a gold one. And I just left it in there. Hopefully it was fertilized. I don't know. I think they most of the time they are. Go lay an egg for us, baby girl. Did you lay that one? That's kind of a big egg for you, isn't it? So I've taken up, let's see, this one. Get this, well, I think I've got this where I've got to keep it so that the girls can't get in there. So if you come back here and look, I've got 3 here, I've got 1 here, and I've got 1 here sitting. So I've got 5 sitting, and I've got a couple that still act like they want to. So these are the chicks that I bought, and I'll go a little bit closer. Maybe they'll stay put and you can see what they look like. So the 2 on the left side on the end are dark Brahmas. The middle one is a green egger. The one right on the right hand side of it, you can see the Brahma in it. It's a buff Brahma. And the one on the right is also a dark Brahma. And they're a month old now. They were born May the 17th. And what is today? Is this June the 17th? It's close. And he is becoming a pain. He's already spilt his water. He won't eat his food. And he chases every girl that walks by like he thinks he's Elvis Presley. And his name is Jesus. He's not Elvis Presley. No. And you need a bath. If you weren't such a bad boy, I'd let you go outside and take a bath. But I've got to figure out how I'm going to keep you in and keep the varmints away from you at night if I put you outside. Because if I put you outside, it's a bummer to have to bring you in and put you back in a cage. I have to pick you up, and you do not like that. It scares you to death. So, the bunnies, I don't know. It's pretty hot in here. I sure hope I get to keep them, because they'll start dying off whenever it hits hundreds, 90s, upper 90s and hundreds. They'll just die. They can't take it. And Hazel's babies are growing. I'm not sure, but it sure seems like she's got a bunch of boys. Maybe the one underneath there's a girl. Well, she's kind of clingy. That one's kind of clingy. And she's got 3 others. I don't know if you can see them very good. They tend to run towards her whenever I come out and try to look at them. And it's really hard for me to focus on them and not focus on what's ahead. You know, my camera wants to focus on the bars instead of on the babies. I've given them some hay, and I've given them some baby feed, and she puts the food in the water. So it looks nasty, and they are nasty, but that's how they do things. They like that water with the food in it, so that whenever they do their little thing with their beaks in the water, I think you've seen them, they always have nutrients going into their body. So I gave them some. I also pulled some weeds yesterday, and it had some dirt in it, so they've got a little bit of dirt in there with them. My sister said they need dirt, so I did that. The baby turkeys are ready to get up, so I'll be moving them out. They don't really like me touching them, but you know, it is what it is, and they got to be in at night. I noticed yesterday, right at dusk, whenever I went out to get them, they were peeping, peep, 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 peep. And I looked down back, and what did I see? I saw some kind of animal getting ready to sneak up. And I thought, nope, not today. Not today. Not going to happen. So I've noticed that if you hold them with your finger under their neck, they don't peep like crazy. It's like they get some kind of comfort from having their neck, having support under their neck. So I'm going to come over here. Can't get this thing to focus. Come over here and put them in. I got them a little shade right here. There you go. Yay! You're out. Yay! What do they do? They go right to the sun where it's hot. But that's okay. It's okay, isn't it, girls? Or boys, or whatever you are. I don't even know what you are. Try and get this thing fixed. Okay. Then I'll bring their food and water out, and they'll be good to go for the day. They'll have shade, they'll have food and water and grass, and a nice little place to pick ants and whatever's in the ground. And they're about a month old too. They're the same age as the baby chicks. That one on the left, it's definitely got a problem with its leg. Definitely has a hip displacement, and I can't do anything about it. I sure wish I could, but I'm not paying $50 to take it to a vet just for the office visit. It's not going to happen. I'm not sure how long she's going to last that way, though. She or he or whatever. I tried popping it back in, but it fights you. So I don't know what else to do for it. It's sad too, you know. There's so many things that happens when you have animals, and things that you're not prepared for, things that you don't know what to do anything about, things that you can help them with, things that you figure out on your own. You know, I mean, but it's been a challenge with these turkeys. I tell you, it's just been a challenge. See if I can. There we go. Just about every time you mess with animals, you can pretty much bet that this was yesterday, trying to get those cages ready for the girls to sit. And this morning, just getting the turkeys in there, I just now raked my leg on the side of this hardware cloth. It's just temporary, so I just have to move it in and move it out. It's all right, though. You know, it is what it is, and it's what happens to you, and it's what you do. But I have one of my viewers asked me if I would accept a donation, and the only way that I will accept a donation is if you have plenty. If you have to wait until you get paid or whatever, don't do it. You are first. You are always first. But if you have an extra $1, 20 people will make a bag of feed. And I put my Venmo link in the description. So should you decide that you want to give me $1 or 50 cents or however much that you can afford, I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, just keep enjoying my videos, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.